Greetings everyone out there, what is up? It is me, Alexo, bringing you a brand new show here on the Alexo channel, a weekly series I'm going to be starting. It's going to be a lot longer than those shitty playthroughs I did 2 years ago and never finished, that's for sure. This is E1M9, welcome you guys to the new show in gaming here on YouTube. Now what is the show about exactly? Well, it's going to be covering a numerous amount of gaming topics, and I figured since it's E1M9, like from a certain little game you guys might have heard of about 21 years ago called Doom. I figured, what a better way to start than to start with the Doom beta. I played the alpha a couple months ago, and I tell you, playing the beta after the alpha has definitely shown a few little tweaks from the alpha version, but I'm definitely enjoying what I've been playing for the last 2 days here. The beta just came out yesterday at 10 p.m. I installed it earlier on in the day and was able to check out some of the customization options. Lots of customization on the different guns. You can set up the different areas for dirt, paint chipping off, patterns, colors. Your Spartan, or, I mean, Marine, sorry, I say Spartan. This game's got a very Halo look to it, alright? I mean, I love Doom, and I love Halo. But if Doom's gonna look a little bit like Halo, I'm not gonna sit and say it doesn't look like it, you know what I mean? But ultimately, the whole game, the way it feels, it's like this fresh, new, but familiar game. It's like, this is exactly what I would have expected for Doom in like 1994 or 1993 to look like in 2016. A little bit more about Doom here in a second. I really just want to go over what we're going to be doing on this show. I mean, in terms of this show's... Oh my god. Hold on a second. We got to see that again. We got to see that one more time. There you go. That's nice. In terms of this show's content, there's going to be a number of different things. There's going to be moments in gaming where we're going to talk about different times in gaming and the people that lived through those times and the games that were out at the time that influenced the way people were thinking or the way people were feeling about gaming at the time. News, like stuff coming out weekly, discussions about stuff happening in the gaming community, whether it be game-related, community-related, video-related, online petition-related, whatever is happening in gaming is a subject for E1M9. And not just for, like, news, games coming out, but we're also talking anniversaries, celebrating some of our favorite games, having guest hosts on here to talk about gaming and their experience gaming, and even some of the giant mistakes gaming has had over its last, about 50 years in the pop culture. Not only that, but every few episodes, I'll be giving you guys some information on C&P if that's really what you guys are here on the channel for. I mean, I know a lot of you subscribed for Halo, and now I'm showing you Doom, and so you probably clicked unsubscribe, and you're gonna go bitch at me on Twitter, but that's fine. I mean, I just appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody for showing their support. I know it seems like it's taking a freaking lifetime to put out C&P right now, but when you got... somebody who has the right armor for the characters that you're trying to make. And so you gotta get their footage to film the characters and then put them over the effects. And so basically that thing that you've explained a million times that you're doing for Do and putting him over in green screen, now you gotta do for every single motherfucking goddamn main character because you don't want to pay $25 added onto the $600 price you've paid for the Xbox, the fucking Halo Master Chief Collection, and Halo 5, if you don't want to pay $625 altogether for 2 games, the fucking console, and Mark 5, which I don't want to, because I have some fucking dignity still, then that's the complicated process that has to be undertaken to edit C&P together right now. So me, and help from my special co-producer, who I can't thank enough for helping me with all this crazy bullshit that 343 has put on us, Jared, aka Super Mario Movie Maker on YouTube. You guys can go check out his channel. We're going to be releasing these 5 episodes in May for C&P, not just the Star Wars special, but 4 Halo 5 episodes, plus more coming throughout the summer. Not exactly every week like we're planning in May, but we're going to have more throughout the summer. Regardless of if it's every week or every other week, you guys are going to be seeing C&P from May to June to July at least, hopefully. And I just want everybody to know that we're taking a lot of care to make sure that these new batch of episodes, especially being the first ones in Halo 5, are not only like really relatable to the audience that's already seen the show, but more of like a reintroductory to anybody who is just starting to see the show in recent years. Ultimately, I just want everybody to know that CNP is in development. I know it's been a while, and I know you guys are angry at me because I barely put anything out on YouTube. But that is why this show exists. Not only are we going to be talking about gaming, I'm going to be able to update you guys on what's going on here on the channel and what's going on with body acting. Speaking of which, I have a body acting session today, Friday. If you guys see this before 6 o'clock, I mean, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Alexo videos and check out the body acting sessions in the events section. You could post your gamer tag there, add my gamer tag from there, and then just show up at the designated time for whatever event you would like to join. So briefly, here's the commendations, which is being offered in a lot of multiplayer games nowadays. I do particularly enjoy the one for having the most jumps in the entire game. Just as a, a little bit of a classic player myself, I know about my bunny jumps in Quake and Doom and the like. It's definitely a good way to get around. Just a little history for anybody that is picking this up and just seeing me play Doom like I just, started playing Doom or something. I've been playing the original Doom since about 2002, but not only that, I've been playing id Software games since I was basically like 3 years old when I shouldn't have been playing them. Over the years, I've become very attuned to not just Quake 2, Quake 3, Quake 4 even in some regards for the campaign. But the original Doom 2, I love them. The multiplayer in them especially. I'm in the top 100 people on the original multiplayer for Doom 1 on Xbox Live. I mean, I've just been waiting years and years for this beta. Not just the beta, but the full game. Like, May 13th of 2016 cannot get here quick enough. But the thing is, that's ultimately my biggest, leariest problem with this game right now, is I've played the beta, I've played the alpha, I enjoyed both of them, that's great, but when the full game comes out, is it going to live up to the massive hype that we've had for the last 10 years waiting for this game? Now, when you hear about a game being in a long development process, that's a little over 10 years, you kind of start to think of another game called Duke Nukem Forever. Now, that game was the longest game ever put into production, and it just lasted a little over 12 years before that game finally saw its release, and it was terrible. It was broken, the campaign was a joke, it felt like it was patched together real quick. That project had been restarted 3 times. This project has been restarted 4 times, and has 0 of the original developers from id Software in 1993 and 1994 and even 2005 working on it. Flat out, none of the people that are working on this game have ever worked on a Doom game before. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. id Software is a very well-funded company. I don't think Bethesda would put out a game like Doom and not live up to the expectation of how the game's supposed to run and supposed to feel. I mean, the gameplay is great. Just feels so fresh, but so familiar. Like, I keep bringing it up like that, but for real, as soon as I started playing this beta, it felt like I just stopped playing the alpha yesterday. I mean, literally, it's been months, and I picked this game back up, and I was just like, my god, this is fun. So ultimately, the development process of 10 years, like, if this does turn out very well, the campaign's great, the multiplayer runs smoothly at the beginning, it's gonna be, in comparison to Duke Nukem Forever, yeah, Duke Nukem was the bad case with over 10 years, but Doom was the good case with over 10 years. They really had a genuine product when they came out with this. It got restarted a bunch of times. It's had probably well over 800 to 1,000 people working on it in the last 10 years. From what I've played right now, the couple maps I've experienced in the few game modes, Team Deathmatch, and then a King of the Hill game type where the hill actually moves around the map on a track, and you have to follow the track and be sure to keep the hill captured while following the hill across the map. I mean, these are just some really fun game modes, pretty standard, but the final game has freeze tag, where basically it's a 4v4 game type. When you kill somebody, they freeze, and your teammates can unfreeze you, but basically, if all 4 of your teammates get frozen, the game is over. Freeze tag. I would have never heard of a game type like this 5 years ago from even Halo, and it's really something that's going to be original to just Doom. I mean, you're not really seeing freeze tag per se in other games. And as terms of like an objective player or a team-based objective where, maybe somebody who's just getting into the game is trying to get used to it, and so they don't really want to do like a hardcore playlist or, get in with the team deathmatch grinders, It's really just another way to play the game, and it brings players in and introduces them to different kinds of game mechanics that I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy post-release. Now, what are some of the things I can flat out admit I do not like about this game? It gets really hard to get used to these finishing kill moves. It depends on what control setup you're playing, where the button is to click for the beatdown, per se. You can only do the kill finishing moves when the player is next to you and is glowing yellow. I'm pretty sure if he turns blue when he gets close enough to you, that signifies that he's able to pull off the move, but I wouldn't quote me on that per se. I'm not exactly sure because I've only played a combined total of probably like about 15 to 20 games of this in total. So don't quote me on the effects or the stuff. Not only that, but I'm gonna be honest, when I played the alpha, the rocket launcher was so incredible, and now I use the rocket launcher, and it just feels like it's like missing just a little kick. Like, I mean, I took a rocket launcher up against a Revenant yesterday, because by the way, you can play as the demons in this game. If you guys haven't been able to notice that from the footage now, these things spawn on the map called demon runes. They spawn every about 2 to 3 minutes, and any player on any team can pick those up. But once you do pick it up and become the demon, you have an extended amount of health from a regular player. So, like, a regular player gets 100 health, and once their 100 health is gone down, they die. They need to get health packs throughout the map to regenerate health. You know, basic Doom. That's how Doom was back in the day, and I'm glad they kept it that way in this. But if you're the demon, you get about 300 to 350 health, and you're a lot harder to kill, and basically you get one-hit kills for whatever weapon you're using. The Revenant's been the only one available to us right now, so I can't exactly say how the other demons play, but when you get this Revenant power-up, you feel so powerful, right? I mean, you're going through, blazing through, killing like 8, 9 people before they take you down. Finally, when you actually do die as the Revenant, you drop the Demon Rune. The Demon Rune sits around for about 5 to 10 seconds, and it's unable to be picked up by any players at that point. And if the enemy team is able to defend the Demon Rune, they can pick it up for their own after a few seconds. I've noticed some players where they exclusively go for the Demon Rune, and the other teammates just kind of defend around them, and so you'll find them in Team Deathmatch just supporting one guy, giving him all the armor on the map, making sure he's ready for when the Demon Rune spawns. And when that rune comes in, he grabs it, they all pull behind him, and just throw support, you know, throw shots in on guys and help get assists. It can turn the entire tide of the match. You could be down 20 kills and get that Demon Rune and just come right back in like 30 seconds if you're lucky enough. While I do enjoy it, and it's a great addition to this game, I just don't want to play with it every time and have to force myself to always like run after the Demon Rune every time it spawns, like camping where it spawns on the map usually. Like, I don't want to have to play my game based around one object on a map. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there should be a playlist variety, where it's like, you have your Demon Rune playlist, you have your Demon Rune non-playlists. I mean, you know, some other people might argue that, oh, Alex, this is the new Doom. This is the element that goes into it. And I can fully understand people if they enjoy the Demon Rune more than not having the Demon Rune. But ultimately, I would just like a different approach to be able to play it perhaps a little more traditionally with just multiplayer characters and not demons running around the map and swaying the enemy team 20 points ahead of me. My final complaint, honestly, is the map maker, because we have not been given enough footage or information, and I'm so excited because Doom was like the first game to ever give players the tools to make their own environments or make their own levels even. And so the fact that this game, not just coming out on PC, but also coming out on console with the map builder, I mean, I'm fucking excited as hell. I can't wait to not just make multiplayer maps, but make like really impossible single player maps. Me and my friend were talking about how, like, maybe we can make a map where it's just like a giant circular room, and you put in like 20 or 30 freaking cyber demons, and the challenge is to like kill them all with an infinite ammo Gatling gun or like a plasma rifle or something, and challenge maps that the community could put out and people can share and show on YouTube even. There's plenty of ideas and options that can really be put and implemented in, but we have no idea how the map maker is gonna work in depth until May 13th. So it's really unfortunate, but it's something I'm really looking forward to seeing in the final version. Of course, then again, 8.5 years we waited to even see footage of what the final game would sort of look like. You had this project restart 4 times. You had some, like, art from the 3rd restart that got released online, like, 4 or 5 years ago. And so, like, literally, people have been waiting for ages and being like, Doom is coming. Doom is gonna get here, and Doom is gonna be big. And just seeing the game the way it is right now and just the beta, like a month before it's about to come out here, like, I can't be excited enough for the way that this is about to go down. I mean, if you guys haven't pre-ordered it yet or even, like, considered buying it, I mean, this is going to be a great game to play this summer. This is going to be one of the top games for the summer. I can guarantee you that. This game is just really fun. It's got an addictive multiplayer. And not just me as a Doom fan, but I'm sure anybody who's a Call of Duty fan, who's a Halo fan, who's even a Titanfall fan could really get into this game and be able to enjoy it. So this is my rundown on the beta. I haven't exactly played the full game yet, so don't take my word 100% for the full game. I will be playing that and giving my own little interpretation of that by the time the game is out. So you guys don't have to worry about that. But what I would like to talk about right now is the thing at the bottom of the screen right now. It says, tweet the show, featured every week. Hashtag E1M9. If you guys, whether you're on Twitter, social media, wherever you're at, and you want to talk about E1M9 and be featured on the show the next week's episode, we're going to be featuring our first few fans. If you guys tweet using the hashtag E1M9, your guys' tweets will be featured on the show. We'll be taking questions and answering those on the show, even if they're Twitter questions or if it's just something to involve the production or some joke we make on the show that, you know, everybody overlooks for a couple weeks and then somebody comes back and turns into an internet meme. We will be featuring fans every single week. Why am I not featuring anybody this week? It's kind of the first episode. It's a little impossible except for myself being featured because I'm a dick. But that is beside the point. So yeah, hashtag E1M9. You can get featured on the show every week. We still got a few more minutes, so let me show you this power weapon kill. If I don't miss with it, don't miss, you bitch. Don't miss, you fucking asshole. You stole my kill. Stole my kill again. This is it right here. This is it right here. Yeah. And now I'm gonna pick up the demon rune. And then you stole my demon rune. Ah. Nothing feels shittier than having that demon rune stolen from you when you're right next to it, okay? I don't know what it is, but they need to do something to make sure that that doesn't become a habit, because I feel like that's really going to be a big thing in this game, is trolling for that demon rune. It just feels like that's really what the big stinker about this game is going to be. You know, every game has one function that just kind of breaks it a little bit. I guess you could say that this is this game's armor lock in a sense. So just a quick recap before we go. E1M9, the brand new show on the Alexo channel, all about gaming, gaming news, gaming history, anniversaries, notable people, guest hosts, and discussions on gaming. It's going to be awesome, guys. If you guys want to suggest future episodes and be featured in next week's episode or future episodes, get on social media and use the hashtag E1M9. And if you tweet using the hashtag E1M9, you could be featured in our future episodes. The soundtrack at the beginning of this is going to be used indefinitely. It is the track from the level E1M9, which was produced by Bobby Prince back in 1993. And the metal remix is by a musician by the name of Thump Monk. It was a part of a compilation album of old Doom tracks remastered in a metal format. And I would especially like to thank him because that is one of my favorite renditions of the song. So if you guys would like to find the music used for E1M9, just search E1M9 on YouTube. There's plenty of tracks, remixes, and other versions that I haven't even used, but I'd just like to give a shout out to those guys for producing such great tracks and such memorable tunes over the years. And for the last time, C&P will be having episodes coming out all May, every week, and of course the anniversary, which we're going to be announcing the anniversary webcam stream soon enough, and some other things coming here in the next 2 weeks. By mid-April, you guys are going to know what's going on in May, 100%. But right now, we're getting the production all together on these and making sure that we have at least 3 or 4 ready by the time May 1st even rolls around. So that way, we are guaranteed to have 4 videos out for you guys for C&P and to have a whole series of them coming out before the end of the summer. And this isn't just exclusive to Halo 5 episodes. I'll still be producing a few Halo Reach episodes and possibly even some Halo 3 specials if I can find the time, which will also include body acting for anybody that still owns an Xbox 360 instead of just an Xbox One. I know a lot of people had to sell their 360s for the Xbox One, or people just can't afford the Xbox One right away. It's alright, CMP on Reach and Halo 3 is still going to exist for, you know, at least another year or two before it's finally just too old and it's almost impossible to get body actors on that type of service. And just because we're starting E1M9 does not mean that we're going to start slacking on CMP production either. I mean, this show, I've had the template for this made for like a couple months now. Basically, I just put the game footage in and talk for 20 minutes, and you have an episode. So I think you guys would rather have more content than less content, and actually know what's going on, and just have me give you these weekly blog / news / gaming general sort of shows, along with some CMP information when need be, and what I'm doing on the production side on that. And another thing, this really helps me kind of branch out. I mean, with CNP, it's a character-based show. It's a scenario sort of thing. You really don't get to talk to me or feel how I feel about gaming, or get my discussion or opinion like directly from me, or even other people that I know across YouTube. I know plenty of great YouTubers, and I cannot wait to have some of these guys featured on the show, talking about not only what they love, but what I love too, and that's video games. I mean, I've been a gamer since I was 18 months of age, alright? The first computer program I ever installed was 18 months of age, almost preschool. Installed it and put the icon on the desktop. And ever since then, I've been a gamer since. It's been 20 years. After playing PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Xbox, PC, just about every fucking console that was popular in the last 20 years, I have experience with and have owned. I'm a true blue gamer, 100%, and I'm not gonna bullshit you guys in any way to try to sell you some shit that don't fucking work. This is E1M9, use that hashtag. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to subscribe and like for our weekly episodes. Thank you guys so much.